this still the surest? No. If you have your certificates, I'm telling you now, chase your study route. Look for your bank statement. Look for the other documents. Follow. I refuse the first time, go the second time, go the third time, go the fourth time. Chase it like that. I know someone in the United States now. The guy is balling. All right, he applied for US visas 4 times and he was rejected. He had to go again. Summon courage and go again, and he got in. You understand? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for watching this video today. Please, if you are new, you already know how we do it here. Do not forget, subscribe below and make sure you support the movement, guys. We are almost approaching 40,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Without wasting more time, let's talk about today's video. Today's video, I want to talk about two-part ways that you can use to immigrate to Canada, and subsequently, or either at the point of entry you are a permanent resident, or subsequently you are going to get permanent residency. But first, what are you going to do? There are factors you need to consider. To follow these two ways, there are factors, there are requirements, but I want to tell you which of them is the best, all right, to use to immigrate to Canada in 2024. Guys, if you are new, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Also like this video so that we get more recommendations. Now, the two-part ways I want to talk about is 1, the study route, and 2, the permanent residency, which is going to come in the form of express entry. So I'm going to be talking about the study route and permanent or express entry rather. Okay, there are some advantages here, and I think the study route is the best pathway so far to immigrate to Canada. Do you know why? I'm going to tell you some things. Now, with the study route, please listen to me keenly. Then I want to finish with the study route, then I will go to the express entry to explain, so you see the differences and equally see reasons with me that it is best to use the study route. Now, with the study route, of course, almost everybody, let me put it this way, maybe 85-90% of us all can use this particular pathway to immigrate to Canada. Do you know why? Yes, with the study route, of course, you can go into Canada, right, and go to school. Now, how do you intend to go to school? What are you going to be studying? With the study route, you can move to Canada if you already have, let's say, a high school qualifications from your home country, a high school qualifications, maybe a diploma, a bachelor's, a master's, or PhD. You can follow this particular pathway and immigrate to Canada. Yes, it's possible. That is why I said almost everybody, because I believe that you should have at least a high school qualifications. All right, there are some people who didn't go to school. That is understood. All right, I totally understand. There is even a possibility, if you didn't go to school, if you look very well, you are going to find opportunities that will lead you to Canada. All right, you must not have gone to school, or you must not be educated to a very maybe to a higher level. All right, that is why the school pathway is the best. Now, when you go to Canada, you can study a diploma, you can study advanced diploma, you can study a certificate program, you can study a bachelor's degree, a master's, and a PhD. Even if you have a bachelor's, master's, and PhD, you can do another master's. Even if you have a master's degree, you have a bachelor's degree, you have a PhD, you can still go and do a certificate program or a diploma program. All right, it's not like you are downgrading yourself. No, some people usually say that if you have a higher degree, you may not get a visa from the embassy. That is the notion most of us we have. It doesn't apply to every case. Remember, when you have a master's degree, it means that you already have a higher qualification. But those embassy officials, they also know that you need to learn some specific things. You have a master's degree in history or a bachelor's degree in history, it does not say that is the end. That is the end of your career. All right, you can have a master's degree in history, a bachelor's degree, and you decide to go for something which is relevant to history or is related to history. All right, you can have a master's degree or a bachelor's degree in history or economics, and you are now a sales girl, you are now a marketer. Maybe you have that master's degree 3 years ago, and now instead of you, maybe you have an accounting, or let me say you have accounting as a BSc or master's. Now, instead of you working in an accounting firm, maybe being an accountant or in a bank, you are now a sales girl or a marketing girl or a marketer. Now you are not doing what you did in school before. You are now a marketer. In this case, you can follow this particular job you are doing at the moment and look for a marketer, a marketing program or something related to sales, related to marketing, right? And you study it in Canada. It doesn't mean that because you already have a master's, you cannot do. No, it is the way you explain yourself to the visa official, all right, or the visa officer. I hope you understand, to convince them to give you the visa. And if you have been watching my videos, you would understand what I'm talking about. Now, you equally need to remember, please do not forget this, it's very important. Remember that with studies, you can even maybe study in Canada for maybe small amounts of money. Depending on the program, you can study some stuff, though you are going to go into the study program from this temporary residence visa. When you arrive Canada, you have the student permit. Then after you finish to postgraduate, after you finish, you work. Then after that, permanent residency. The process is slow, all right, but this is the process. It's slow, but of course you are going to reach there if you go legally, rather than an express entry, which is fast. Now let me talk about the express entry. I will still talk and relate it back to the study pathway, because I want you to understand how this study abroad journey is. The other pathway I want to talk about is the express entry. Now remember, not up till now, though now you can apply for express entry using your qualifications. All right, you can use your qualifications, you can use the things you have experience in, you can use language proficiency. If you are working, maybe you have some particular skills in French, why not? You can apply. But before then, express entry was points based. That's option number one you need to understand. And right now, some of you are still in the pool for over 4 years. I have people in the pool for over 4 years to 5 years now. That is the thing. Then remember, your age also plays a very critical part in the express entry. All right, if you are above 30, your points begins to reduce. That is the second thing you should note about express entry. Now, express entry need a particular type of qualification. If you do not, this is my advice, if you do not have a bachelor's degree, you cannot apply for express entry. In fact, don't apply, because you will never be selected. The reason is because the competition is high, and most people, even some bachelor's degree holders, are still in the express entry pool for over 5 years as I speak. Right? Why people are getting study visas. I understand the express entry route may be very affordable, but if you want to really move to Canada fast and get your PR, forget about the express entry form. Take the study pathway. Even with the express entry, you need to have at least a BSc, a master's, or PhD. They higher your qualifications, they higher your chances of being selected to apply. Remember, you are not doing it for free. You still need a bank statement. So don't tell me that it's because of a bank statement. I'm just giving you reasons that you should see with me. Remember, for you to apply for the express entry, you need to do WES evaluation or another evaluation type, but you must do evaluation. How much is WES evaluation? Almost $250. All right. Now, another thing you need to know is that for you to apply for express entry, you need to write the language proficiency. How much is language proficiency? 170, 180, some countries 200,000. All right. Before you know, you've spent 200,000 for exams, English exams, which is the IEL general, and maybe WES evaluation $250. You've spent that money. All right. Now let me also draw your attention to the fact that if you do not have a higher point base or maybe language proficiency, which is one of the requirements to be selected, you will never be selected. That is why you see a lot of people, they want to take the French and the English. Some people even take it twice with their wife or husbands. Some people go for the English exam with themselves and their wives so that they should increase their points, and these are masters and PhD holders. All right. So you should know that you need the French language to write the French to increase your chances of going into the Quebec area. All right. Now, putting all of this, before you know, you write the French, you do the IELTS, maybe with your family, you do WES evaluation. Before you know, we have spent more than 600K. Right? Yes, you have spent more than 600K. Remember, that's not the only thing. If you have family members in Canada, that's an advantage you. All right. Otherwise, somebody who does will have a higher point than you. This is something you should put into consideration. Another thing you need to know is that the express entry is 1 year of working experience, at least 1 year. Like I said, when you have all of this, your points increases, and a higher age will reduce your points. All right. Your marital status, also your educational qualifications, like I already explained, will increase your points. The higher, the better. The married, if you are married, the better. If you are not married, your points, your age is higher, the more your points will reduce. This is how express entry is. All right. And before you know, you are in the pool with people. Maybe your points are 430. There are people still in the pool with you, 600. How do you expect the Canadian government to give you an invitation? It can never work. That is why school is the best option. Because of what? Just your high school qualifications. Understand? So it's very simple like that. Let's assume that you do not have a bachelor's degree. And most of the time, I even tell people that if you do not have up to a master's degree or a PhD, do not go for express entry. It's extremely competitive. Remember, as a broke person, this is not a route you should even consider. All right, the broke community, I'm talking to us. As a chairman, I'm talking to us. If you are broke, do not be looking at the express entry, because before you know, you write the IELTS exam, you do the French exam, you do WES evaluation, and after you submit the application, you still need to make payment. All right, this is not for a broke person, to be sincere with you. And okay, for example, let's assume that you do not have all these qualifications. Maybe you don't have a bachelor's degree, right? You don't have working experience, though they are saying that according to the website, I gave you this information a few weeks back, though the information now says that they are going to be taking people according to working experience to a particular class, and I gave you agriculture, the STEM areas, and all the rest. But is this still the surest? No. If you have your certificates, I'm telling you now, chase your study route. Look for your bank statement, look for the other documents, follow my videos, and you apply for them. If you are refused the first time, go the second time, go the third time, go the fourth time. Chase it like that. I know someone in the United States now, the guy is balling. All right, he applied for US visas 4 times and he was rejected. He had to go again, summon courage and go again, and he got in. So most of the time, it is the errors that we are doing, and we are not looking into that. Some of us, we make a lot of errors when it comes to visa application. All right, and that is why I always say that it's good to do a lot of research. Do research, and you must not watch only my videos. If you watch my videos, you don't find anything important. I have colleagues, I have people on here. Watch theirs as well, right? So that you know what you are doing. Let's assume that you don't even have money to write the IELTS exam. Let's assume that you don't have money to even do the French exam. How are you going to register for the express entry? There are a lot of people I'm talking to get offer letters to study in Canada, while others are relying on uncles to get, because I always tell them, if you come to me for an offer letter, of course I have my fee, but before I charge you, I have to put things into consideration, because the tendency here, what we are fighting for here is to make sure that many people, we bring impact into your life, you also impact somebody's life, and life move on. That is how we build the food chain. All right, you hold somebody holds somebody holds somebody, and that is how the family is going to grow. You understand? So if you are not really worthy, take the school pathway, because with just a high school certificate, there are even 1 year diploma programs in Canada. Yes, there are 1 year programs in Canada. Maybe those who are mechanics, I have some people who are mechanics, they always tell me, Milton, I'm a mechanic, I have advanced level. Yes, you can go in. I'm saying there are colleges I've mentioned on this channel. These colleges, they have, I see mechanic programs, even those who are doing hairdressing. There are colleges in Canada offering 1 year diploma programs. All right, you can take that if you have high school qualifications. Now you use it to tailor, you use your job to tailor your statement, your letter of explanation, to convince the visa officer to give you a visa. You get my point? There are even people who are cooking. There are people who own restaurants. There are cooking, I even see programs like cooks and hospitality programs here. You can take them, they are related. right? All you need to do is to watch videos and build your statement of purpose. In all these things, I'm always saying them because without me alone, I cannot do the work. You need to do the work before you talk to me. Maybe if you have a problem, you write me on the comment section, I will reply. Or if you want a one-on-one consultation, you book from the video description box. My Facebook page is equally in the video description box. My Instagram is up here, but though I am not often available on Instagram, you can drop me a message on Facebook. Follow my pages, you will get all the details. I always release them. I'm not like stingy with stuff. Guys, come on, let's go and chase our dreams. All right, so please. But again, another thing I would say is that, which is also advantageous, is if you have the money, if you are broke but you have some cash, right? Remember, when before you submit these applications, you have to make payment as well. So if you have the cash, I would say that before you start the study route, go for the express entry, then you start the study route. All right. So even in case you are invited to apply for permanent residency, you are in Canada, you do it immediately while in Canada. If you don't get, you go for your study visa, you move in, you hustle, you finish, you work, you apply for it in there. That is advantage you. All right. Do not waste a lot of time. Canada needs at least 1.5 million, is it billion or million people? I don't remember the figure I saw, from now till 2025. If you waste time after 2025, it's gonna be difficult. All right. If you have your means, run now and go in there. I'm just telling you facts. I hope you enjoyed this video. Till we meet again, please do not forget that everything needs money. Before you start, make sure you have some little money. It's going to help you a lot. All right, bye bye for now.